Hello everyone and welcome to another episode from the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. My name is Glitch. Well, it is another gorgeous day here in the land of Everbloom, and I've been busy at work making a few, improvements here at the Spawn Inn. Now at present, I'm not going to show off a lot of Spawn because is a lot of building going on and I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm just going to give you a quick update of what's going on here at my base, or my temporary base. For one, we appear to have developed a bit of a parking problem. And though horses are awesome, this is not mine. But I do have to say that for those of you who have followed me all the way back to Deja Vu Survival, I have got something I've wanted for a couple of seasons. And this season, I got myself a donkey. And originally, I had a donkey back in my first survival world. I named him Box because Mojang continues to refuse to give us saddlebags on horses. The donkey is, they're not the most they're not the fastest, they're not they don't have the craziest jumps, but they do have one extra thing. They come with trunk space. But as soon as I can get a name tag, I'm going to definitely name Box and give him his name. But that was just a fun find, and also something that was just, I don't know, a nice callback to the early start of my YouTube channel. Beyond that, I've been working also on taking the pop-up wool shop and, adding in some more colors. I'm probably this season going to again go ahead and do another wool shop. They are a decent source of diamonds, and haven't checked, but I've already made a few sales, so we'll see what happens. One other thing I did come across was I did come across the village. Wound up, I desperately needed Silk Touch, and as soon as I got a diamond pick, I wanted to get Silk Touch on it so I could have Preserver back in my hand. So when I found a librarian, I kept re-rolling his trades until he had Silk Touch, and then I went a little crazy and hello! We made another sale. I brought back a few so that I could sell them because of all the enchantments, Fortune 3 is great, and some of you may have noticed that in the first episode, I've got an iron pick for my Fortune 3 pick. That's actually intentional. I realized last season that I almost never took my Fortune 3 pick anywhere. It stays in my ender chest. I don't use it except at base. So, and also most ores that you're going to fortune, to be frank, you get XP from them. So it's kind of self-repairs. So it just seemed more sense to use a cheaper pickaxe, have mending on it, and then basically save the diamonds for something else. Now, beyond that, for today's project, I really do want to make a few more improvements here at the Spawn Inn. Upstairs is still, an ever-growing chest monster, but I do want to make some improvements up here to our guest bunkhouse. It's great that right now, we now have an iron farm on the server, so we have easy access to iron armor. I can make swords if I need to. Gold has been a little bit harder to come by, but we do also have a zombie grinder. So I've just camped there, and whatever gold armor comes through, I just basically take it, repair it up, and there we go. So I've been giving it a good bit of thought, and I think that with all the redstone that I was given on day one, I've got some ideas for how we can make recovery efforts a lot faster so that people can get here to the Spawn Inn, gear up, and get back on the road as quickly as possible. So let me set some things up, and I'll be right back. So to give you an example of how this is going to work, let's just say that one of the paper hats is out and about in the world and they have something unfortunate happen. Now, I mean, they're prepared. They're out here and they've got all of their best gear. They've got their best sword, their best pickaxe, best axe, even brought a bed, but because they're traveling, they had need to break it so that they could, skip the night when they needed to. But, you don't want to leave the bed and wind up respawning out in the middle of nowhere. So they're as prepared as we can. But like I said, what happens if the unfortunate occurs? Well, that didn't go well. So now they'll end up here at spawn, and while they're here, you end up here at spawn. Now, right up there is the home nether portal, but now they can run down, and they simply run up the stairs into the spawn in. They go up and hit the new auto armor station. So all they do is run in, step on the pressure plate, and instantly they are ready to face the mobs, whether they be up close or range. Wait, I have no arrows. Well, at least they can light up the caves and fight the darkness because, wait, I have no torches. Well, at least they'll have a good meal and, wait, I have no food. All right, back this clip up. Okay, let's try this again. So just for a demonstration, let's just say one of the paper hats is out in the world and something unfortunate happens. I mean, they've done what they can to prepare. I mean, they're out here, they've got a lot of their best gear, they've got their best armor, they've got their best sword, pickaxe, axe, shovel. They even got a bed, so they can skip the night. But of course they had to break it because, they had to, skip the night and then get going. So, yeah, what happens if they're out and something unfortunate happens? Oh boy, I hope this only takes 2 takes. Now, when they respawn after, respawn and up a tree, apparently our spawn point is a little high. So now when they respawn, they can come down, working their way down the tree carefully, and make their way back down the stairs. And back into the spawn in. And now they can go ahead and use the auto armor station. So just step in, get in the pressure plate, and they are fully geared up and ready to go. But so that they are not leaving without all the tools they need, or at least as many tools as I can give them, go ahead and press the red button, step on the black wool here, and in a little less than 30 seconds, they'll receive half a stack of food, half a stack of arrows, half a stack of torches, plus a bed and a water bucket. So now they are able to go out and hopefully get their stuff back in a quick and efficient fashion, including some basic iron armor and also at least 1 piece of gold, so that if they have to travel through the nether, they can go there without getting the piglins mad at them. Now, to give you a peek behind the curtain, or the wall as it were, back here behind the spawn in, I basically dug out a little space here in the hill so that I could have a little workspace. And you can probably hear some sheep in the background. Up a little bit further, I have my starter wool farm that basically is, it's helping me make a few diamonds here and there. But it's also going to help me build stock for when I actually open my real wool shop. Now, the armor station that I built. It's something that I've been thinking about since last season. Like I said, last season when I built the safe house, I wasn't entirely satisfied with the whole thing of having, just chests that you could or barrels that you could just grab armor from. So I figured, why not apply some redstone to it? And I looked around at different designs, and over time, I kind of developed my own spin on it, and it works that the a dispenser, when it has armor or a weapon, if it fires next to a player, it will dispense that onto the player rather than just um, tossing it out. Now there are some things you can't do. That I could not do this with arrows because they would actually fire. You also can't do it with water bucket because, well, if you put a water bucket in a dispenser, it will dispense the water. But the nice part was I found that also a pressure plate placed on top of a dispenser still works and will still transmit the redstone signal. So that I could basically fit in a full 8 dispensers and basically give the player as much equipment as I could. Now over here we have my stack dispenser. Now at present I've got it configured to only do half a stack at a time. I can increase that as time goes on, but for now I've got it set that way. And basically this is a variation on a design from CodeCrafted. It's really old school, but he figured out how to uh, basically turn an Ethos hopper clock into a toggleable redstone clock. And then you just put the sticky piston. When the redstone block goes over, it powers that sticky piston, which pushes the observer together. The observers are then facing one another, which gives you that extremely fast redstone clock, firing out the dispensers into a water stream that comes down through. And then I've got down here a couple of single droppers. Excuse me, those are droppers, not dispensers. And then down here, I've got a couple of droppers that'll just dispense both the beds and the water buckets. They only need one pulse, so since this block behind them is powered when the button is pushed, it just spits it out into the water stream going out and wait to the where the player is waiting out there on the black wool. Now, I mean, both of these things I plan to kind of keep an eye on and also to work on improving over time. Mostly, I want to try and get better gear as I'm able to. I want to add in a better food source. I mean, right now, thanks to Dakota May, we have a community garden down the hill. And basically, I have a nearly unlimited supply of potatoes, and the public smeltery. So, baked potatoes was the way to go. And as far as the armor station, my hope is that sometime down the line, I'm gonna get a hold of an armorer, and then I can start trading up for diamond level gear. And basically, when people come in, they'll still get their gold armor so that they can have nether travel safely, but they'll also be able to leave here with at least, even if it's enchanted, but at least diamond level gear. But that is kind of an overview of the of what I've got going on back here, and I'm really happy with this. How this came out. Now, originally, I had planned to end the video right there, but I had something happen in between clips that was just, well, kind of fun. You see, I was on here working to record, and a bunch of the paper hats were also on. They stopped by. We had some fun. But in the mix, one of them dropped off a name tag as a gift. So I figured before we end this, I think it's time to make something official. So today, I'm going to call back to my roots, and as it was in my first survival world, Fox, welcome back to the party. Because you are, well, you're a poor man's shulker box, so I really appreciate you and looking forward to many adventures together, buddy. But that is going to wrap things up for today. I'm really excited that the Spawn Inn is not only a safe place for people to come when they need some extra gear, but also hopefully that they can come and get geared up so that they can get back out and get their valuables quickly and efficiently. Now, as far as stuff goes, I have realized something also is growing in the distance. I did not show it in this episode, but the attic is getting to be a bit of a chest monster. So I think next time I need to start working on plans to get myself organized so I am not searching for items for the rest of the season. But that's going to have to wait for next time. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, and also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. My name is Glitch, and I do hope I'll see you next time for the next episode on the Paperhats Survival Multiplayer server. Thanks for watching.